Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of Arizona Adventure Park. In today's episode, we are going to continue to build at our gaps that we have in the zoo. In the last episode, we built a habitat for the Nile monitors, which are swimming right now over there. And in today's episode, we are continuing the walk along the ape house or the monkey house. I still haven't a perfect name for it. And we're going to build in this area, and we're having some kind of decorations or flowers and plants, and also a new habitat for a very special animal that doesn't get much recognition in the Planet Zoo family, I guess, because it is an animal that creators don't build that much for. And I think it's very underrated because it's a very, very beautiful animal. To make a long story short, we're going to build a nice habitat for the okapi. And before we are going to jump into the speed build or jump into the commentary on the speed build, I'm going to tell you some facts about the okapi, because the okapi is a very interesting creature, and it is also an animal that wasn't discovered that long ago, which is a very rare thing, because you would mean the okapi is a very big mammal. How could we not know about this animal existing? Well, the okapi was discovered only in 1901, so that makes it a little bit older than 100 years. In fact, a little bit older than 120 years. So why is it that we didn't know about the okapi? At least we in the Western Hemisphere. I guess in Africa they knew about it pretty much longer than we do. It is because the okapi does live in only one country in Africa, which is the Congo. And it also lives in the rainforest in the Congo. And as you can see by the color of the okapi, it is very dark colored with these zebra-like stripes, and so that it can easily hide within the rainforest. And that might be the reason the okapi was only discovered in 1901. The okapi has also some strange looks when you look at it. You can't really see to which animal family that it belongs. It looks like a mixture of giraffe, zebra, antelope, and in fact, the okapi is also called, at least in Germany, the wood giraffe, because it's very closely related to giraffes. In fact, the okapi is some kind of a giraffe, and it's a very, very rare species as well, because the okapi is pretty much endangered, because there are only about 10 to 30,000 animals left in the wild, and there is still not much known about the okapi in the wild, because nowadays it's a very common species in zoos. Well, not so common, but you see it more often than about 30-40 years ago. In fact, the last footage of an okapi in the wild was recorded back in 2008. So about, almost 15 years ago. So you can see, that not much about this wonderful animal is known. So I think enough about the okapi. Let's build something for these beautiful animals. What I wanted to have was some shelter for the okapi. We don't have that much space for the animals. Don't worry, it's going to be pretty much enough for the animals. I wanted to have some kind of an Africa looking shelter, so I decided to go for the what is it called? I don't even know the word in Germany right now. Yeah, I just don't know. I went for some concrete-like pieces and took some of the wooden beams and these wooden African posts to decorate it a little bit, give it a nice round shape, have some of the concrete pieces on the bottom of it to give it some kind of foundation, and then I took these round shaped reed roofs to create something like a bigger roundish roof shape. Which is not that hard to do when you look at it. Just copy it around, turn it about 180 degrees, and then rotate it so that you have this huge reed roof in a round shape. And then put it on top of your building and you're good to go. I decided that I didn't decide that. I found that it looked a little bit awkward, so I wanted to change that and give the whole building a little bit more support. So I took these wooden posts, once again copied it around, connected it to a building and then rotated it so that we have this wooden support around the building. And all that was left to do was delete some of the stuff around it so that the okapis eventually could go in there and use it as a shelter as well. I saw that I deleted a little bit too much, so I had to reverse that and do that again. And here the building already is done. This once again is a very short episode. Well, not very short, but short-ish. And I'm always happy to present you an episode that is not that long and where I don't have to cut that much stuff out so that you can see the whole building process. So for this habitat, it took me about 50 minutes or something like that to finish the whole thing. Yeah, it's always that easy when you don't have to build huge indoor areas like for the monkey house or for the rhino house that we were flying across right here. As I was going to take some of the fencing that I had for the rhino savanna, I noticed that we still have some stuff to do around the zoo because we haven't gone into much detail. Some of the paths for our keepers are not decorated or hidden as I wanted them to be, so that in theory our guests could walk over there and go into the habitats of the animals, which we don't want to see and which we don't like. So I guess before we finish the whole zoo, we have to get back into that and do a whole cleanup episode where we go into all of this, have a look around and fix some minor problems so that the zoo is pretty and ready for the workshop so that you all can enjoy it. I was going with some decorational ideas for the habitat here that I also used in my last build in Waveland Park. You might want to check that out if you haven't already, where I built the habitat for the capybaras. There I used these faux rock tree stumps and I wanted to have them in there once for that it looks a little bit more like inside of the Congo forest, the Congo rainforest, and also to give the okapis a little bit of a space where they can hide behind that. That is something that you see in some zoos as well. They have something like these these wooden walls inside the habitat of the okapi and also for the bongo, where they can hide behind it, because these creatures are usually very, very shy animals, and they don't like that much of attention and noise and stuff like that, and so they really love and need to hide away from the visitors from time to time. So that's why it is important that they have this place to hide. And I thought that these faux rock tree stumps are very very useful for that, and give the whole thing a nice look, and also makes it look a little bit cohesive to what we built for the Nile monitors, so that it all comes together and makes sense in the end. Yeah, here was putting some plants down in the space that we had left between. So I wanted the whole thing for Monkey World to look like we are somewhere inside of a jungle. Even if we can't have the jungle cruise here anymore in the park, because performance-wise, I wanted to have some kind of a jungle area, so that we have the main area of the zoo with the Cats Canyon, we have the safari zone, and now we have Monkey World here, where it is also going to be a little bit of a jungle area, and we fit in some of the jungle animals. Last night I was thinking about which way to go with Monkey World, and I thought we just have only 3 monkey species to go, and then I got a little bit scared and thought, oh my god, I hope I have that much space left, because there's 4 monkeys that we have to fit in there. I think I said that in the last episodes, but I absolutely forgot about that, and but no worries, we're going to fit them all in here, and maybe extend the area a little bit more to have the one or the other tropical, not tropical, but jungle animal in there as well. And then I had some kind of a nightmare, because you all know, if it is going to be like it was in the past, we are pretty close to a new DLC for Planet Zoo, and I was thinking about some rumors that I heard for the DLC content that is coming out a few months or even a year ago, where someone posted something like a timeline on Reddit, which was not that serious, I think, but they talked about something like a primate or a monkey DLC, and I was pretty scared. I thought, oh my god, we have to finish Monkey World before that DLC comes out, if it is a primate or monkey based DLC, because oh my god, how should we fit all of them into this area? So let's wait and see. I don't have a clue. I don't have any information on a future DLC, if there's going to be one in September, and if so, what it's going to be. So we just have to wait and see, and let us surprised by it. Okay, as you can see, I put a lot of plants down. Well, not too many of them, but some of them, and also some rocks to make the whole area look a little bit more interesting. And here's the thing: you already can see, even if you don't put that much around the habitat, you can make it look very interesting. And yeah, I'm very excited for our carpies to go in there and explore their new home, their new habitat. I also wanted to have some tropical plants in there, in our planters that we put in between, and also make it a little bit more difficult for our visitors to have a look at the okapis and give them a little bit more of private area, so that you can't see every part of the habitat when you are looking in it, and make it look more jungly, more tropical. And yeah, I really do like it. It is not that big of a habitat, but I guess what I accomplished here is to make it look like a real zoo habitat that could exist in reality as well. And what I'm always forgetting about in this last episodes is is to place the keeper's gate. So yeah. Yeah, we are really close to finishing the habitat, just setting the barriers for it, and I guess then we are good to go to welcome our animals. Yeah, just the keeper's path. And also something that I like to forget about in the last episodes is to put down some stuff for the animals. So food enrichment, toy enrichment, and stuff like that. And I noticed we don't have that much for the okapi. It's just the one feeder that we got here, and 2 toy enrichments, and almost just 2 toy enrichments, and that's everything. And I also noticed that we might have to build a new staff area for the last part of the zoo, because we already have 5 habitats now that our keepers have to take care of, and the ape house and the area around is really big, so that I'm a little bit worried that they can take care of all of this. But I think we might build something in the next episode, and that's going to be the last staff area that we're building in this park, I think. So yeah, we are finished. The okapis have moved in, and isn't the whole thing looking beautiful? I really love the okapis. They look so amazing, so majestic, and so calm and quiet. I'm really happy with how the whole thing looks. Yeah, and with that being said, sorry. With that being said, we're already at the end of the episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you did so, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tune in next week when we are going to continue to build in our monkey world. So take care of you guys. Have fun with the footage of our beautiful animals, and see you next week. Bye.